some people in here to let me know if I am still buffering with the ghetto internet tonight. And I think, let me make sure it's not private. Let me make sure I got it on subscriber mode. Subscribers. Okay, I got it on subscriber mode. Can people hear me? I don't see nobody came in yet. Oh my. Okay. I'm going to just sit here for a second and see if I can. Oh, I got one person that came in. Can you hear me? I'm having some technical difficulties, so we're back. But I'm not sure. Okay, so okay, you're back. Can you hear me, males? I don't know what, like, my internet was doing like yours was doing yesterday. And I could tell because it said reconnecting and nobody couldn't hear me. But can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Okay, we're just going to wait and see if we can get a couple more people. I'm going to see if my song will play this time. I don't know. But I don't, I hate, like, I'm like you, Mels. I don't like when my live streams do some crazy stuff. I be wanting my, you know, because I had some good people and good conversation going on. And we're going to see. I'm going to put this I'm going to play my song. Let's see. Because I don't know why my internet acting ghetto. It's acting ghetto all around. Okay. I can't even play the song. It's so ratchet. Yes, you was on a roll, and I was trying to get in my roll just a minute ago, but it don't look like it's nobody. Somebody else is in here. Okay, we back, vibes, but my internet acting real wonky, and I could tell. That's why I was like, I couldn't tell if y'all can hear me or not, but I had something came over and said reconnecting, and but it's definitely my internet because every time I try to do anything on my StreamYard, it's acting real crazy. And then, like, my little internet is doing something because I was trying to play my music from my StreamYard. But we're going to just sit here for a second and see if we can get a few more people back. And if y'all don't mind double tapping that screen and try to get me, let people know we're back out here. I'm going to smoke on my little piece of blunt while I'm waiting, y'all. Hopefully I don't scare no people off. But I did gain five subscribers from that quick little moment. I hope they don't go back and unsubscribe. But y'all, Miss Open is feeling the vertical lives. I'm gonna be monetized soon. Give me about 3 more weeks, y'all. Gonna see Miss Open saying, "Ooh, she getting some memberships." Okay, you shared. Thank you, Vibes Queen. Quit trying to answer all fast on those games. Britt Brett came in too in the end. Y'all seen Britt Brett? Hey Anna, welcome. I'm Miss Open. You're tuned in to Opinionated News. You can always come in as we're always open. And I'm having some technical difficulties with my internet tonight, so bear with me. This is my second stream of the night, and hopefully more of my people do come in so we can continue to have our discussion on title holder versus the side chick / sneaky link. So, y'all give me a moment. I want to let you know, Miss Anna, that I do smoke, and I'm sort of smoking right now. If it irritates your soul or your body, I do apologize. I'm working on it. Y'all know I'm so silly. But hopefully I get a couple of more people up in here. Okay, I got 13 in here. Okay, y'all bushwatchers, drop down and let me know what's going on. Hi, James. Hi, Joello. Welcome. I kept trying until I couldn't yesterday. That's me. That's how I'm gonna be tonight, males. I'm gonna keep trying. I see I obviously just gained 3 new subscribers because I did put this on subscriber mode. Thank you. I am Miss Open, James and Joello. Come in anytime you see me live. We're always open. We're open in our heart. We're open in our mind, and we're open to everyone. So thank you all for coming. We're just holding our little live discussion tonight about, are you a title holder or are you a side chick / sneaky link? Or are you neither, like myself? Right now, I'm nothing. I have nothing. I ain't got a man. I ain't got nothing going on. Saludos de Sados. Oh, you're from Chicago. Okay, Detroit. Joello, Detroit. I read a little bit of Spanish. I know a little bit about Spanish, but he said I think that he's or she. Is that Joello? Are you a girl? You just got a J, so I don't know. But I'm gonna go with the O being a guy. But welcome, welcome. We'll get back into our little discussion in a moment. I'm just trying to make sure people can hear me. I only got one like on this stream, so if you all don't mind double tapping, hit your screen 2 times. That'll help Miss Open get a like. Help Miss Open get back in the algorithm. Hopefully I'm not buffering and my internet is not acting crazy. I'm trying to make sure of that before we go on. Because we obviously not going to be here too long tonight. The stream acting up. But I want to thank my new subscribers. I gained 5 people. Robert, and he's the only one name I really remember right now from the last live stream. So thank you, Robert. And then tonight, obviously, Anna, in this live stream, James and Joello, welcome. Everything is good. Okay, thank you, Vibes. Because, honey, I get stressed. I don't get too stressed out. But, we're just talking about title holders and sneaky links and side chicks. And right now, Miss Open is nothing. I have no man. But when I get my man, I will not be your sneaky link. I will not be your side chick. You will respect me for the woman that I am because I'm going to respect you for the man that you are. Thank you, Vibes Queen. Thank you. I'm trying to shine. Oh, I don't know this name. Hey, Teague, servant of Christ. I'm gonna put my blunt down. Let me put my blunt down, sister. Oh, I was smoking some weed, and you just made me put it down. Welcome. I am Miss Open. You're here at Opinionated News, where the you is definitely for you. You can always come in as I am open in my heart, my mind, my body. No, I ain't open in my body. Let me take that back. I remember what the little titles would be. I wonder what my title would be. Let's talk about your situation a little bit. I don't know. That's my thing with the title. That's why I put title holder. You can be a wife. Sometimes the wife is definitely the title holder. You can be a baby mama and think that you're the title holder, but the whole time that man got a sneaky link. You can be the right on girlfriend who lives with him and everything, and he can have a sneaky link. Like I said, my title, I've definitely been everything. Today I'm nothing. Today I don't have nothing in my life. But today I'm a mother. That's my title holder today, a mother. But as far as in relationships, I've definitely been the girlfriend. I've definitely been the baby mama that thought she was the title holder and wasn't nothing. I have definitely been the sneaky link, and I have definitely signed up to be the side chick. I have done it all. Britt say, girl, I've been dating this man for 4 months. Found out he married a woman from JA and brung her to America. He took from Jamaica. Woo! And she ran off on the plug. Woo! Woo! And that's how it be. And that's the whole thing. And my thing is, you might be in a poly relationship and you don't even know it, Britt Brad. She might be in a poly, but he's still legally married. And see, that's the whole thing. He might be legally married, but she ran off on the plug, you know. Now, at the end of the day, to each his own. I don't judge. I definitely listen and I don't judge. Because like I said, I've signed up willingly to be a side chick. But never to anyone's husband, though. I've never signed up like, hey, oh, you married, I want you. Never. Now, I have signed up to somebody baby daddy before. Like, hey, I ain't worried about your baby mama. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Take care of your kids. Take care of her. They ain't none of my business. I have done that. You understand? But I have never... This is going to lead me into... Y'all know I've never really told y'all about my baby daddy situation. Let me take you all back to 2007. Y'all know I like to tell my little story times and be a little open with my people. And this will probably help relate to Britt Brad a little bit. 2007, I start this job in Atlanta, and when I get there, one of the managers, y'all know the employees and the managers are not supposed to be talking or whatever, but one of the managers, he caught me in my orientation. He was real fine too, y'all. We were fine, the way my type of fine, like light in color, but not too light, not the light skin, but he had the gold tee, that little bit of salt and pepper peeping through. He was big, dad body, like I like. And I'm looking at this man, so we holding a little conversation. Things going good. I get cool with one of these ladies there. And I look at her. I'm like, girl, that's going to be my man, my man, my man. So, and this is like in October of 07. Well, by February of 08, he done called me. And, we had been talking all that. But he done called me, hey, we might as well make this official. So, that's my man. My man, we going on trips. First of all, we worked together. We damn near was living together. Um, literally 6 out of 7 nights a week. He's staying with me. I would never stay. He had hotels, but I had a home girl that I was living with. I was roommating with this girl, and she didn't really like him, too tough and stuff. And me and her would get into it about him because he was knocking on the door 5 in the morning, 8 at night. He was just doing the most. And I didn't keep a phone back then. And he was calling her phone early, and she used to call me Blossom. And she'd be like, Blossom, if he called my phone one more time, and Blossom. So he and I started getting hotels, but we was talking all the end of '07, all of '08. And it wasn't, and even the early '09, we were still together, but I ended up abruptly having to move from Atlanta, Georgia to Augusta, Georgia. And, by now, we ain't really we talking, but we can't be together in like the way we was. So, I'm down there working, trying to restart my new life. And next thing you know, y'all, I find out I'm 6 months pregnant in July. 6 months pregnant. Definitely know he my baby daddy. I wasn't sexually active with nobody, XYZ. Well, 2 weeks. It was actually his birthday of '09, and I get a phone call from this lady. 2 weeks away from having my baby. It was really I'm doing a month, but my baby came 2 weeks later. Um, I had a call from this lady telling me that's her husband, y'all. Her husband that's been living with me basically for 6 out of 7 nights out of the week. We had every waking moment together. We worked together the same shift. We woke up in the same bed. When he did leave in the mornings, he told me, I'm going to take my kids to school. I'll be back. And he will only be gone that 1 hour to take his kids to school and come back. Like, that was my man, my man, my man. But by the time I do get pregnant, I'm in this new city. I'm not claiming him as my man no more, but he's still, keeping in contact. And when I finally call him and let him know I'm pregnant, he come down to see me, and he come back again and all this stuff. But 2 weeks before I had my baby, I found out, y'all, I was dating a married man for almost 2 fucking years and didn't even know it. And so that's why I say I thought I was the title holder, and the whole time I was the sneaky link slash side chick. And it don't end there, because I wasn't the only sneaky link or side chick. Y'all, we had a couple of more. Not one more, not two more, about 3, 4 more. And I'm gonna get to your comments in a minute, Britt. But I see I see y'all type some stuff up there. But I just want to put that story out there, you know. And so when the lady did call me, when Barbara called me, I'm Shirley, I apologized to the lady, but it wasn't nothing I can do. Like I told her, at this moment, ain't shit else I can do. I'm 2 weeks, well, a month away from having a baby, lady. There's nothing I can do. I don't want your man no more because I'm in a new city and all of that. Ain't nothing I can do. But let me tell you, yeah, restaurant managers are the worst. But let me tell you about that That man lost his good job about me, to be honest. But we were still fucking around after that. Okay, we met in October '07. By October of 2008, he was fired. And he was fired basically, but it wasn't even just me. It was a couple of other them sneaky links he had at that job too. But let me tell you, we stayed in Atlanta during this time, and I stayed in Buckhead, and I had a little high rise in the back, right behind the job I worked at. I worked at the Cheesecake Factory, and then at that time they had the ESPN zone down there. No longer in business, went down, but back then that's what it was. And me and him worked at the ESPN zone together. And so I would get off before him. Remember, he was a manager. And so I would get off before him, and he'll tell me, hey, go home, put on something, take your shower and stuff, put on something sexy, and come back up here to the job and do me in the office. And y'all, I'm 23, 24. I got to put on my high thigh boots. I got on, and when I look back, y'all, it was on. I was the Sunday. I was the Sunday pull up at the church, at the job, girl, because we end up getting caught. I get to work one day, but I remember telling him when he used to sneak me back in the building, it was ways to avoid the camera for me to get back in the building. But he's like, oh, they don't check them cameras. Come on. And we would go in the office, because by the time I would get back, it was just him, the manager that was upstairs for the servers, and then the cleaning people that's coming in to clean. Hi, Lisa. I don't know if it's Liza or Lisa. I'm going to say Lisa until you tell me otherwise. I'm Miss Open, and right now I'm just being very open and transparent with you all. And I'm here to tell my little story, and we're talking about being a title holder or a side chick slash sneaky link. And you can always join in on the conversation. I'm going to pause right there and read what Britt Brett said, though. Let me see. Let's see. Britt Brett said, girl, okay, I read that, and she ran off, but he's still legally married. Okay, that's why I stopped that. Yes, girl, I said you might be in a poly. We don't know. They'll throw us in a poly relationship, and we don't be knowing we in a poly relationship, girl. Yes, and I'm sorry that happened to you too, Britt Brett, just like Vibes Queen said. Now, Britt said, thanks, lady. I just don't understand why he's still married to her. I guess because that's my thing. I was going to say something about the immigration. Like maybe that's why she ran off. She probably just married him to get herself over here. And now she done ran off on the plug and got her a new plug. Who knows? But if for you, based on my situation on what I was just telling you, ask more questions. Find like, and you know, when you're 4 months into something, you don't want to pressure the guy. Like, what are we? Where are we going? You know, that's too soon to be pressuring people. But at the end of the day, you know, sometimes you need to know. And it definitely, I'm not sure how old you are, Britt Brad, but I'm 41. I'm too big of an age to be signing up for side chick, to be a side chick sneakily, willingly. And I'm too big of an age to be allowing somebody to, you know, play on my top, basically. To play on my top. So let me get back to my story with, let me see, well, y'all know I got short-term memory loss. I don't know where I left off at. Hold on. How he lost his job. Okay, so now, okay, we're going in there on Sundays. We did this maybe 4 or 5 consecutive Sundays, da 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 da. Well, this one particular morning, we wake up in the hotel room. Somehow he had to go to work before I did or something. So I'm like, okay, it's all right. I'm gonna just catch the train and the bus. You know, I stayed in Atlanta. It was popping back then, and I'll get there. So when I get to the job, and I normally walk through the parking garage and make sure I don't see his car. Is his car there? When I got there, I didn't see his car. So I walk into my friend. Remember, I told y'all I met a friend lady there. And I was like, hey, you see, I'm just going to call him my baby daddy. I'm not going to call his name out. And he wasn't my baby daddy then. But I'm like, hey, did you see my baby daddy? She's like, he was here, but he went upstairs and we ain't seen him no more. Soon as she said that, they like, hey, Open, you need to come upstairs and come to the office. So the managers take me upstairs to the office. And they're asking me, hey, what type of relationship do you have with baby daddy? And I'm like, oh, he's just my friend. Like, you know, he takes me home just like my other friend do, you know. So I'm sitting here. And so they was like, does baby daddy let you back in the building? And I'm lying my ass off. No, I've never been back in the building. You know, they asked me all these questions, y'all. Do y'all know they had me and this man on camera? They had him let me in the building. They ain't have us doing it in the office, thank God. But Lord, they showed me footage of girl. I went in one way, fully clothed, my little cute stuff, my little trench coat, my boots. Y'all, I came back out, girl. One of my pants legs stuck in the boot, hair flying to the left. Y'all, we was caught the fuck up. So of course they immediately fired him. I was able to keep, yeah, woo child, girl. It was a mess, girl. But I was able to keep my job because remember, I'm the subordinate, he's the superior. So I did keep my job, but they knew, like, first of all, once they found out that you know, everybody, word got around that he had got fired for sleeping with somebody in the office. So everybody's like, "Ooh, y'all think it was this person?" Girl, I'm putting everybody's name out there. Girl, I think it was Patrice. Girl, I think it was Mariah. Girl, knowing the whole time it was me, but when I look back, it probably was a couple of them other hoes too. I just happened to be the Sunday. I happen to be the one that they caught up because I come out with pants legs. Girl, I come out looking a mess. He had them put it on me the whole time. But he lost, and this wasn't a little job. He was making like $80,000 a year. And you know, obviously, when I look back, you were a husband, and you had 2 children. You had a family that you risked your family for some pussy. You know, in a young girl in a good time. Because my baby's father is 10 years older than me. When we met, I was 23. He was 33. We both had our birthdays a month apart. And we turned 34, you know, and 24 during that time. And we continued to talk until I was, you know, like 25. Okay, I don't know. Who coming in? Why you had to hold that message, girl? Was it some bad words? Let me see. I can't even see it no more. Who coming in here? Start. Hello, motto. Black women. Black women. Ooh, you is that? Why would you do that? Don't come in here talking about us and being racist to our kind. Yeah, you gonna have to get out of here with that one. Y'all, I'm gonna say he is being racist. Somebody named I think his name was Hello Mel or something. He said black woman stuff is nasty. So he's a racist, and he coming here talking about our little tutti fruities. Don't be talking about our tutti fruities. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the damn juice. Okay. And I just had to put that girl, vertical lines be crazy. And I got thick skin, I don't care, but I just don't want my chat to get shut down for racism slash bad words. I don't care about that. I know my berry is juicy and good and blacker than blacker. We trifling. Y'all, he said we trifling too. I'm gonna have to hide your comments, but I'm gonna read them if I see them. Cause you are a traffic jammer. Cause you had to hit the subscribe button to come here to say that. No, but we don't offend easily over here. So if you're trying to ruffle my feathers and stuff, it ain't gonna happen. Miss Open Skin is thick. Miss Open is silly as hell. I think the comments are fucking hilarious. So I'm not the one to ruffle the feathers. So you can always go find somebody else feathers to ruffle if that's what you like to do. Cause I'm just gonna call you out and keep reading them. I bet it smell like dead fish. Boy, you wanna smell it? Come on, hello Mato. You wanna smell it? I'll put it on your face. I will put it on your face. It won't happen here, girl. Y'all don't fool up with the. I love vertical live. I'm gonna start. Yeah, I might not ever do a production again, but on Fridays, to be honest, I'll probably be out here on vertical lives. I have got hooked. I am hooked to the vertical lives, y'all. I am. These people are nasty. Okay, I can't take out that one. I ain't no demon. I smoke weed. I might be nasty, but y'all don't block them. But remove that comment, please, Mel or Vibes. Just because he said that demon word, I don't want it in there. People funny as shit. Y'all ain't got nothing that's better to do with y'all day. Let's see what this one say. Ooh, Lord Jesus, I hate to have to tell them to put you in timeout. She got herpes. What? Okay, we're gonna have to put you in time. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow. I'm gonna put him in timeout myself. We're gonna give you 24 hours, okay? 186K seconds. You gotta come back tomorrow. I had to time him out just because my skin ain't I ain't affected, but you put in too much. My people ain't gotta work that hard for me. he needs something to do, Black Diamond. I'm weak though. Hello, Mato. You can come back anytime tomorrow. We're gonna be playing games on StreamYard, so you might not find me, but you did subscribe to type that message. I appreciate it. If you're gonna take your subscription back, I still appreciate you anyway. But we ain't got no type of diseases over here. We are over here some good ladies holding good conversation. People funny as shit. I want to thank everybody for being here, though, on my second live stream. And hopefully the buffering and everything is gone for now. Not sure exactly what was going on, but hopefully we okay. But, yeah, y'all got to pray for some people. Like, people are hilarious in the world. I'm smoking a little bit, y'all. I got to pause on that. He got me weak. He got me weak. But I forgot. Oh, we was talking about my baby daddy did some crazy stuff. But, yeah, y'all, my baby daddy story is crazy. And I will elaborate more on that eventually. But that signs on how we don't know who we really are. Like, I really thought he called me because we had been talking. We met in October. We probably started messing around. Y'all, he was so fine. I was a little easy. I was really into my baby daddy. He was so fine to me. So we met in October. We probably was messing around definitely by December. But by February, he's like, hey, let's make this official. And like we did. We was going on, when I say we was going on trips, my baby wasn't even made in Atlanta. We went to a casino in Alabama and for a couple of days, and that's when my daughter was made at. Like we were spending almost every waking day and night together. For this lady 2 years later to call me and say she is the wife, and he denied it, but the proof was in the pudding. Her that she had the last name, like you couldn't lie to me. But and so to this day, because of his embarrassment and him knowing, my daughter has to suffer for his actions because of his embarrassment and him trying to keep his family together. Of course, he denied my baby, but the DNA test don't lie. She looked just like him. People say, "Oh, she look like you. She just a light skinned version of you." No, y'all. That's because that's all y'all seen. But when you see him and her, and she got a little sister, twins. I promise you, my baby just a little taller because she's a little older. You know what I'm saying? But they have the same exact face, same nose, same eyes, same color, same texture hair, body shapes alike, everything. Just like him. And so it was another lady after me that went through a similar situation. But the difference between she and she knew he was a married man. I did not know. I found out by the time it was too late. But even though, like, to be honest, I was so intrigued with this man and into this man that had I even found out sooner, I probably still would have entertained this man. And so like, that goes back to Brit Brat, like how, right now you don't know where you stand in the person that you're dealing with life, and it's okay, so don't feel no type of way because it's not a you problem, that's a him problem. But now, if you want to have some respect for yourself and all that, you got to stand up and tell him how you really feel. You must stand up and tell him how you really feel. Thank you all for being here. I do see my little loves on the sidelines and my likes. And, I know people like to, use what your stories against you. They say, I don't say this, but a lot of people say, oh, YouTube is your resume. Yep, so clock this in my resume. Because I'm here to help somebody one day. You know what I'm saying? That's my intentions of my channel, to offer my experiences on what I've been through as a 41-year-old black woman and a single mother. I want to offer my truth and my experience and hopefully save a teenage little girl or a 21-year-old girl that may be falling victim. I know my lives be funny and I laugh a lot and stuff, but my intention really is to hopefully reach somebody one day, one or two people, and help them figure out where they stand in their life. And so I wanted to tell y'all that little story about me being a little piece of a side chick unwillingly, but that was karma because remember, at 19 and stuff, I was cheating on my boyfriend that I had that was treating me well. Karma came back and bit me in my ass. But what I don't like about that karma, I feel like the karma poured onto my kid. And, based on my actions. Because now she's a fatherless child due to me laying with a married man unknowingly, but it still happened. You know what I'm saying? And so now my child has been having to suffer not knowing her true identity based on her father being um embarrassed for one, not wanting to hold himself accountable for two, for three, just being less of a man that he proclaimed himself to be. And you wouldn't even think that because when I was with him, he always spoke of his two kids. And I'm doing this for my kids. I got to take the kids here. And the whole time when I finally did talk to the wife, and she was asking me, did he help pay my bills? Did he do stuff for me? I'm like, girl, yeah, he was helping me do this. He every Tuesday when this man got paid, me and my friends were waiting up early. Hold on one second, y'all. But me and my two homegirls, we was up early in the morning like, ooh, baby daddy got paid. We know he's coming over to take me and my friends to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We smoking all day. We drinking. We're young. We're 23, 24-year-old women. Well, young ladies, shall I say. And we having the time of our life. And the whole time, this 34-year-old man had a wife and two children that he was neglecting. You was giving me and my friends money and weed and alcohol. But you wasn't making sure your children had food, shelter. His wife was doing all that. And I felt, I really, really, really felt bad. I really felt bad. But it wasn't nothing I could do. By the time I found out, I was a month away. At that time, I thought I was a month away from labor. Ended up being 2 weeks away from labor. And I do remember her asking me, like, what was I going to do? She was like, he ain't even going to be there. What are you going to do? And I let her know, hey, I come from a long line of single mothers. I'm a strong woman. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be okay. And 15 years later, me and my daughter are okay. Yes, we had some trials. Yes, we had some tribulations. Yes, karma then came and stabbed me a little bit, and all this stuff. But we have been okay. I have raised a great, young lady. She's beautiful. He is missing out. Like, he's missing out on the world. When I say my baby personality is everything, and she doesn't even know she has a lot of his traits and all of that. But I feel for my daughter. Now, let's see what Black Diamond... Well, first of all, Mel said, how old was he at the time? He was 34. When we met, I was 23. and he was 33, because I was born in 1983. He was born in 1973. So we're 10 years apart, and literally, like, my birthday is 1 month before his, a month and a day before his. So I turned 24, then he turned 24. So by the time we were, being sexually active, we was 24 and 34 years old. And for me, I don't have any kids. I'm just living my life. And this a fine older man. He had the salt and pepper going on. And I thought he had his stuff together, but now he was giving me side chick behavior. I was doing like side chick things when I look back. Never went to his home, but he did. He wrote me to his mom and them house one day. He never took me in. But if you ever need anything, because he making me feel like I'm the main woman. This is where my mom and daddy stay. So when I did need him, I didn't need him, but when my baby was about 9, my friend Seisha that was in the chat, she and we pulled up over there because I no longer lived in that city. But when she was about, she started asking questions. Once Eddie Johnson Jr. had walked out of her life at 6, and I had to show her who her dad was through a picture, she started asking questions and questions. She wanted to know more about her dad. So around, a couple of years later, I pulled up to that home, but the home looked sort of vacant. It wasn't vacant, but you can tell that the house, nobody was living there anymore. Like his parents, that was their family home. They had owned the home for 40 years. But I believe I know his mom has went on to be with the Lord now, because the ex-wife called and she Facebooked and told me about 3 years ago. Even though she don't want a relationship with my child, like her and her children, which now her children are grown. Her children are like 29 and 23 or something like that. But she doesn't even want them to have a relationship with my 15-year-old daughter, which, that's another story, another topic. But at the end of the day, that was a grown-ass man that should have stood up right and done right by his responsibility. But not only did he leave my baby in the wind, the other baby that's a year and a half younger than my baby, she's been left in the wind. And so, me and his other baby mama, we have been trying to co-parent in his absence. And she and I really don't even, we're two different people. I'm not going to say we don't like each other. We respect each other as single mothers. And me and her used to work together. Like the same way he got me, he got her too. And we didn't even know we were sleeping with the same man at the same time. And she and I, remember that same friend that I said I used to go talk to? That was her friend too. So even when I was pregnant with my baby, the other baby mama who wasn't pregnant yet and all of that, she came up to Augusta, Georgia to see me. We spent a week together. Me, her, one of her homegirls, and our mutual friend that we shared. And the whole time she was asking me, "Oh, what about the baby daddy?" And because she knew that was my baby daddy. She knew I was messing with him. Like the same way she knew he was a married man. And it was sort of weird. But after that, once I found out I had my baby, then she come up. Our friend was like, "Hey, I ain't talked to this particular person in a while." I was like, "Well, she's still sleeping with my baby daddy. She pregnant." And the way I found out she was sleeping with my baby daddy was the ex-wife or the wife at the time or whatever, because she called me asking me. That's how she found out I was pregnant. Actually, when she went through his phone, to and found the other baby mama. But she wasn't a baby mama yet. But she found baby mama. I'm gonna call her baby mama number 2. She went through his phone and found baby mama number 2. Well, when she called to check, when she did the hey Shirley, this Barbara on baby mama number 2. Baby mama number 2 did not stand up like a woman and say, "Hey, I'm sorry." Baby mama number 2 deflected and said, "Hey, you don't need to worry about me. You need to worry about Open. She's the one pregnant with his baby." And that's how she went and found my number in the phone and called me and let me know she was the wife and what I'm going to do about a baby. So I had beef with baby mama number 2 for a little minute, because I'm like, "Bitch, you're going to put me on blast and ain't even own up for yourself." Because one thing about me, I'm going to hold myself accountable. Because when she called me with that, I'm like, "Oh, Shirley, Barbara, I ain't know. I'm so sorry, but it's nothing I can do now. I'm too far gone." You know what I'm saying? I'm too far gone. Got a baby coming any day now. Where the other girl wasn't nowhere near pregnant. Her baby just made 14 a couple of days ago, where my baby is turning 16 in a couple of months. So the story is weird, but be careful, ladies. When we're out here in our dating season, we have to be careful. And if you want to be respected and you want to be that title holder, you have to ask the right questions. You got to dig and pry. And I know sometimes, like I was saying, you don't want to start running them off early by asking the questions early, but you have to be aware. Be in the business. get to know. Yes, tell everybody got to be careful. And I'm out here to tell my story. I'm not, I ain't ashamed of nothing. I'm an open book, and I'm gonna continue to come out here and tell y'all more stories. I got some good stories to tell, whole bunch of them, cause I've been through some stuff. Now let me see what y'all was saying. Okay, right there. How you asked how old he was? That was my last thing. Black Diamond said, "If you knew, if you knew, would y'all have still messed with?" Yes, I would have. During that time, because I was young, dumb, naive, and I didn't love myself. If I would have found out while we before, within that first 2 years, definitely by the time he remember in February he called and told me we official, and he was treating me like we was official. So if she would have called me that March and was like, "Hey, I'm the wife," I probably would have cussed her out, because that's the type of personality I had at that time. When she called me then, she called me as a woman, a mother. I'm pregnant and stuff. You caught me in my new season. But had she would have caught me a few months earlier, I would have cussed out, "Fuck you, girl," and da 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 da. I'm a fuck this man. This my man. I'm gonna do what I want. I would have did all that. I would have been bad. I ain't gonna lie. I would have continued, but I ain't fuck with him no more. Because by the time I moved and found out I was pregnant and everything, I didn't even want him no more. Anyway, I'm in a new city. I ain't talking to nobody else now, but I definitely don't want you. And I just want him to be there for his child, which he opted not to do anyway. He tried for the first 10 months of my baby life, and when I look back, because the day he called me, he was like, "Hey, this too much for me. I don't want to be there. I just want to pay child support and be done." And I'm like, I wasn't even bothering him, because guess what, y'all? I was just starting to talk to Eddie Johnson Jr. So I wasn't bothering my baby daddy, talking to him or nothing. When I look back, the other baby mama had called and said, "Hey, I'm pregnant," or text or whatever. Like, that was a whole big story. Let me tell y'all about that situation. So his baby mama, number two, and his wife, their names both start with the first 4 letters of their name are the same. So now, I'm with Eddie Johnson Jr. by now. This is like almost a year later. Almost a year later. And I get a call from the ex-wife, she's the ex-wife now, but I get a call from the wife at the time. And she's like, "Did you ask him for a DNA test, or did he ask you for a DNA test?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? He ain't never denied my baby to me. He never asked about no DNA." Come to find out, he accidentally texted his wife instead of baby mama number two that he wanted the DNA test. And at that time, the only baby she know about and know in pregnancy and everything that she know about is me. Hello, Dina. Welcome. I apologize. You cannot be a mod. I don't know you. I've never met you before. But you continue to come around, show your loyalty as a traffic jammer. You will and have a possibility to be one. But I hope. My name is Miss Open, and I thank you for subscribing, because you are now a traffic jammer and you're here at Opinionated News. Whether you is definitely for you. And you can always come in, because we're always open, but you cannot be a moderator. I have no idea who you are. But yeah, just dumb, dumb, dumb. So at the end of the day, when he texted the wrong person, the wife only knew of me. So she called me checking me, and I cussed her ass out at that moment. Like, "Bitch, ain't nobody asking about no, we don't know none of that. I don't know what you're talking about." But when you know how you go back and look in time, it wasn't until a couple of years later that it dawned on me, like, damn, he made a mistake and texted the wrong person. That's where all that came from. Because I never bothered. One thing about me, I've never bothered my baby daddy, asked him to be there, none of that stuff. That was not my intention. I know how. Once she called and said, "Hey, I'm a wife," I knew at that moment I got to do this by myself. I signed up to do it by myself. I worked my ass off. One of my sisters might still be in the chat to come in and say, "Yes, the fuck she did, who knows?" But I ain't bothered that man. I ain't caused no problems. I could have caused a lot of problems. I could have, done some shit. If the character that I used to have when I was 19 and 20 and all that would have stuck with me while I was mothering my child in the beginning, I could have took it there on that man. I could have acted real funny. We could have been on a case on Snapped. We could have been something serious, y'all. But at the end of the day, I got a blessing out of all that. Where there was the trauma and the pain and all of that, I got a whole blessing out of it. When I say my baby is the shit, my baby is everything to me. And I never wanted to be a mother. I didn't want kids and all that. And even though I hadn't lost some kids before, and this another thing, remember I told you I lost 2 babies when I was in high school. And those 2 baby daddies would have been great fathers. They're great fathers today. But God didn't see fit for those kids to be born. Remember I told y'all at 32, I lost another baby. Girl, he called me like a month or something ago, just trying to get back with. Boy, find you something to do. But he would have been a great father to that baby, but that baby didn't make it. But God allowed my baby to get the baby daddy that ain't shit. So I know, I always let my baby know, like, there's a purpose for her life. Like, God definitely, like, she's here for a reason. I always let her know she wasn't planned, but she was my purpose. And she was a purpose. So therefore, I know something special is going to come from my baby. Just from this story. Like, her, at 15 years old, my baby story is probably bigger than my story. Like, she can write a whole book, and not even intentionally knowing that, she don't even know that she can write a book. But she can write a book about her life and her dad. And see, and it's tough. And now, let me see what y'all said. Sounds like he wasn't ready to commit to anyone. Yeah, girl, he was just a, like Mel said, dumb, dumber, and dumber. But he wasn't ready to commit to himself. When I go back and look back at the facts and the stuff, I think he was I don't have proof, but I think he was an undercover drug addict. Now that I look back, he had a bunch going on. Now, okay, I missed somebody comment. Mel said that's how I did my kid's dad too. Yeah, like you got, sometimes you just gotta let the men go. Like, let them be them. Take care of your seed. Do right by yours. Everything will come. Everything gonna come back. It'll come all the way back. And so, but now my daughter's 15 and she's on the internet, so she's searching. She been looking for him, but she found the older daughter. We already had a connection with the younger sister, but the older daughter, it's a bunch going on with that situation. But like I told her I got everything she need. I have in her memory box. She'll get it when she gets 18. Right now, you're not in an emotional state where you're able to deal with rejection from him, because he may, because my thing is, he told me exactly. And one thing about me, when you tell me something, I believe you. Or you show me who you are, I believe you. And I've always been that way. So when he called me when she was 10 months and say, hey, I can't do this, I just want to pay child support and be done, I believed him, and that's what we did. And we didn't even go put him on child support. We didn't get child support till she was 5. We got it for about 4 years. We ain't seen child support in about 4 years. We okay. We gonna make it happen. But at the end of the day, I believed him. And I am more mad, as y'all can tell, because I would never put my baby daddy name out there. I ain't doing that. As y'all can tell, I am more mad with Eddie Johnson Jr. than I am my own baby daddy. And let me tell you why. Because Eddie came in my daughter's life when she was 10 months. He promised he was going to always be there. He and I broke up when my baby was 3 years old. And he was still there. 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old. I got pictures to prove it. You understand? He was my baby's father. I'll never leave her. I love her to death, and da 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 da. And the first chance he could, because a bitch told him that he couldn't be my baby daddy no more because she didn't understand his love for my baby, even though it wasn't really his baby. He chose that lady, and that tore my baby up. And so for that reason, I'll always hate Eddie Johnson Jr. more than I hate my own baby daddy, because my baby daddy, that's the one time he was honest with me. You probably lied all them other times. Probably did everything else you want to do all them other times, but that you was definitely honest, and I believed you, and you sort of kept up with your word for a little moment. But for Eddie Johnson Jr., you played in my face. You hurt my baby. Cried for 5 to 6 months about you because you knew you were the only daddy she knew. She never even knew of her real father. You were the only daddy she knew. Your mother was the only grandmother outside of my mom that she knew. She loved your sister like an auntie. And I still have all the proof and pictures to prove it. And I will forever hate you. Fuck you, Eddie Johnson Jr. till the day you get up off this earth. If you ain't already left this earth, because you ain't been in my inbox in 3 years, because you normally come over there every year, because you was guilty. So if you're still living, screw you. And I almost said his mama too, but I loved her. I ain't gonna do that to his mama. But thank you all. Let me see what happened in here. Copper, I'm in here acting up tonight, girl. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I read that. Thank you, River Rat. You love my video. Thank you for joining. You had to subscribe in order to be here tonight, so I do appreciate you. My name is Miss Open. You're here at Opinionated News. You can always come in, as we're always open, and the you in Opinionated News is definitely for you. I really appreciate you. But yes, Mel, fuck Eddie Johnson Jr. for life. We're going to make a song about that. Call person say, I come in and you blasting Eddie Johnson. I'm going to blast him to every live stream. I might be helping somebody. I'm telling y'all, God told me 3 months ago I had to come back out here and tell my story and get my story out here. And I'm doing it in different ways. I was doing them testimonies. No. Every live stream, I'm going to implement something about myself. But Eddie Johnson Jr. know exactly what the fuck he did. And yes, Copper, I'm going to tear his ass to shreds. Tear him to shreds every chance I can. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care. Y'all can document it, write it down, screenshot it, record it, put it on TV. I stand on what I said. I stand on what I do. But I want to thank everybody for being here on this live stream. The first live stream, we made it to about 50 something minutes before something went wrong. We have been on this live stream for 45 minutes and 47 seconds. And I thank you all for the conversation, and we're having a good time tonight. Copper, don't fool up with me, girl. You know I like to put that man on blast. But we're actually talking about side chicks and versus wives and title holders and stuff. And I just sort of gave my little story about my baby daddy that I never really told. And it's more layers to that story. So I'll continue to talk about it as time goes on. Because I'm gonna be out here and I'm gonna continue to be here. So as time goes on, I'm gonna continue to talk and, open up about what I've been through in my life. And I want to thank all 10 of you that are either in the bushes or in the chat vibing with me tonight. I appreciate, and all my new subscribers, all my new traffic jammers. I thank you. I know in my last live stream I gained 5. I believe I've gained about 4 or 5 new ones on this live stream. Thank you, because you're going to get me close to those 500 I need to be into the membership program of YouTube. Because I have the watch hours, y'all. So if I can get my people, get my little tribe, like Monique used to say, I'm looking for my tribe. My tribe gonna find me. Looking for my tribe of ladies and gentlemen. And as they come, I want to treat my people well and everything. Lord, I'm having a crazy love life myself. Like, that's why I don't even have a love life. Hey, I'm here. I'm here. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for being here, girl. We just talking about Sneaky Links title holders. Some shit Miss Open been through. Y'all know Miss Open is open. And yeah, that's all we doing. And Copper caught me putting Eddie Johnson Jr. on blast. Yeah, I'm gonna get over blasting him out, but like not being funny. I've held that in for a long time. The only people that know I really hate Eddie Johnson Jr. is my real life people, my sisters and my friends. And I'm happy to be on a platform where I can get that out there. Hopefully save a lady. But now this man old by now. He was 17 years older than me. So if I'm 41 and he's about to have a birthday soon. What's that? He's 58. He'll be turning 59 soon. So, he old as shit, but he probably still out here pulling the same scams and schemes on people. Who knows? But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell my story. Nobody ain't going to stop me. And let's see. F it, call his name whenever you... Yes, I am. And I'm about tempted to start calling my baby daddy name. Now that I thought I got to release this stuff, and I had never... But I ain't as mad as... I was telling them, Copper, I'm not as mad as my baby daddy as I am Eddie. Because my baby daddy was honest in the end. He wasn't honest throughout. But he was honest in the end. I'm actually here in Detroit. B say, oh, yay. You be safe. You out here... Do you live here in Detroit, or are you visiting? And y'all... Okay, I ran to the store before I came live because I was out of cigarettes and I wanted to get a new Coke. And I got some footage. I don't know what was going on the street behind me, but it was a bunch of police and sirens and stuff. So I recorded it, but I don't know what happened. So hopefully I'm going to be looking on the news to see what happened behind me because it was something happened back there. I don't know. But you be safe in Detroit, girl. Detroit do be Detroit. And then when I was riding down the street or whatever, it was a purse in the middle of the street. Somebody done stole something from out their car probably. That's why I made sure my car doors was locked. Matter of fact, let me redo that. Just my short term. Hold on. Let me re-click my button to make sure my car door is locked because they like to steal bad in the summertime. So if you are here, wherever you are, make sure your car doors are locked. I'm here. But we just vibing tonight, talking about title holders, sneaky links, side chicks, side men, whatever y'all want to call them. We just out here. Yeah, girl, I did. I got my keys, girl. I went ahead and made sure. Y'all know last time they got me for my food stamp card. And I needed that. It only took 6 days for it to come. I was mad. I was having to spend. I had some food in here, but I don't like to buy meats and put them in the freezer. I buy my meat fresh and then I cook it. I buy 2 or 3 meats at the store, what I'm gonna cook that week, and then I'll go back and buy 2 or 3 more meats. I don't like frozen meat. My baby don't like processed food, and I caught myself trying to buy her some what's that stuff? The Gordon's little fish, beer battered fish and things like. My baby like, Mama, it's nasty. Like, we eat real food here. I've been cooking real food for my baby. I'm from the country, so she don't like processed food and stuff. So I was mad about my food stamp card. Now, Copper say, dang, in New York, you got to wake up and hope your car itself is still outside. Yes. Like, this here, too. Last 2 weeks ago, I think I told you I was riding down the street. Somebody stripped somebody's car, y'all. They ain't had no doors. No, they was sitting on bricks. That car was stripped for the gods. And it was ridiculous. And it was on we have a service drive here that connects to our main freeway. And it was on the service drive. So it looks like somebody stole that car from somewhere else, brought it to this location, stripped it, and left it. So, yeah, you got to pray. Now, Contagious said, one of my kids' fathers had 3 of us pregnant at the same time. Girl, won't they do it? Won't they do it? And the whole, like, I'm not sure. He didn't have nobody else pregnant at the time I was pregnant that I know of. But that's going to be my daughter's 18th birthday gift to her, or graduation. I think I'm going to do graduation gift because her birthday, she'll still be in school and I don't want to mess that up. But I'm going to definitely wait till she's 18 and get her ancestry for her and see if she can link to maybe some of her siblings. We're both going to do it because I got brothers and stuff that I don't have out here and that I don't know out here and stuff. So I'm going to link my DNA as well. But we're going to do an ancestry. And I think I'm going to wait till she graduate for her graduation gift, one of them. Because, she don't know where she comes from. And that's sad because I know exactly where I come from. I know exactly that my mama is my mama, my daddy is my daddy. I had relationships with both of them, whether I choose to or not. My baby ain't had that option. And I feel like mom guilt is a real thing. And like when I was back there having fun at 24 with this man, 25 with this man, to be honest, I wasn't thinking I was going to get pregnant. I had already had 2 miscarriages at 16 and 17. And they was basically telling me that I probably couldn't have no more kids. And I never got pregnant again for 8 years. I think that was like 8 years or so. Almost 9. And then I get with a whole married man that I didn't know was married. A whole liar, manipulator, all this stuff. And I end up pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's weird. And I didn't know. I didn't find out I was pregnant, you all, till I was 24 weeks pregnant. 24 weeks pregnant. Damn near about to have a baby in 16 more weeks. I'm halfway through I was literally pushing my 3rd trimester by the time. No, I was still fine, y'all. No lie. 24 weeks pregnant. I'm trying to poke my stomach. My stomach was probably just like this a little bit. But, you can eat a little bit. I was fine. I ain't know I was pregnant. Now, I should have known because I was like probably 95 pounds then. And I got up to 131 by the end of my pregnancy. But I had probably picked on a little weight. I was happy to be 107 pounds. Like, ooh. Whole time, that's a 107-pound baby in there. Let me see what y'all talking about. Hold on. Okay, after Mel said that, and she said she was in Detroit. Damn, Mel, that's some ish to deal with. Yes, that is tough. I can imagine. Like, luckily, I didn't find out about my situation till the last 2 weeks of my pregnancy. Because had I found out earlier, who knows what would have came from my baby probably wouldn't have been here. I probably would have stressed out, and who knows. And so and I know your kids are older now, Mel, and you done got over it. But I'm sorry it happened to you and myself. And I agree, mom guilt is deep. I've been through it. Yes, mom guilt is something, not even just with, like, the parent, like, far as who my baby daddy is. Like, everything. Like, my baby, I told you all the other day, my baby has pre-diabetes. My mom guilt is eating me the fuck up. Because why? I have brought her all types of Debbie cakes, whatever she want. Yeah, baby, drink the Coke. Do what you want to do. Let her get in my refrigerator at one. I have not set real boundaries. She's my only child. So I haven't set real boundaries on her food and eating. And that's maybe my baby coping mechanism too. And so I feel guilty that my baby may be, like, she got pre-diabetes. She ain't a diabetic. So now that I know, we're joining the gym. I'm trying to give it. We haven't been to the Somebody put that real word in the chat the other night. Endo. We ain't been to the doctor yet. We ain't been to the diabetes doctor yet. Okay, we went to the regular one, but we haven't been to the diabetes doctor yet. So we don't know what her glucose level is, and But we've tried to switch up the diet this week a little bit. Definitely been drinking more water. That word, copper. Yeah, I still can't say it. Let me look at it. Endocrinologist. Okay, did I say it right, copper? Endocrinologist. If I didn't, oh well, charge it to the public education. I had public education, y'all. But at the end of the day, like my mom guilt is eating me up because I allowed my baby to get pre-diabetes by buying all types of sweets. If I take y'all in my kitchen, y'all go like, "Ooh, Miss Open, you know that's wrong." Look, I got a whole chip rack where we buy. You know how you buy the 18 and 24 pack of chips, and I put them on there. All the little snack cakes lined up, like So I feel guilty, but I know. Thank you, Vibes Queen. I know she will be fine. And yeah, you said it right. Oh shoot, I can read, y'all. That shout out to Georgia public school system. They taught you, girl. No, I can. I just like I never had heard of, like, I don't be sick like that. don't have that. I've never heard of the diabetes doctor. I didn't know it was an endocrinologist. I didn't know it was such a thing. But when the lady called me, she said that word. She was like, them people gonna call you, but they hadn't called yet. My baby results came back Monday. They said they would reach out to me this week, so nobody's reached out. So tomorrow, when I get up, I don't think her doctor's office is open till 9. Um, I'm gonna call and make them give me the number because I'm not waiting on the specialist to call me. We need to make sure her numbers are right because my baby be having slight headaches here and there. I got to make sure her health is together because my mom guilt is eating me up, and she be mad at me now. Because she mad because I keep saying we're gonna get a salad. We don't have to have a salad every day. We don't have, like, she want to eat how she want to eat. And Vibes Queen heard her yesterday, where I don't care if I get diabetes. I want to eat what I want to eat, and da da da. And like I told her, the key word in diabetes is die. Don't get me YouTube. This is for educational purposes. Um, and I'm not having that. And we gotta change your diet. And I know she's 15 years in. You know what I'm saying? And well, I was doing her right as a baby. I ain't gonna say she's about 13 years in of me just letting her eat how she want to eat, do what she want to do. Yeah, baby. Make sure she brush her teeth after she eat the candy. I lacked and slacked, and so my mom guilt is eating me up, y'all. But I'm gonna get through it, and y'all pray for me and pray for my baby. But I know she's gonna be fine. Like I just told y'all, my baby has a purpose out here, and she hasn't tapped into all her talents and stuff. Like she can draw. She can actually sing, not Beyonce, like not no big vibrato, but with a little extra training, she can. And hell, right now half the singers can't even sing anyway. It be them auto tunes and extra stuff, cause they give you a live concert, and you like what? But my baby used to do little acting things, acting gigs. We would try to get her into acting, but somebody told her his name was Hutch Dano, that she had the it factor, and I think my little it factor just woke up. She be sleep. Her hours are all off. But when she was like 6 or something, like, cause she can act, she can do a lot of stuff, and so I want her to tap back into her real true potential. Cause it's like the pandemic came and it changed my baby, and we've been working with different little, then preteen and teenagers came up. Now, Copper said diabetes is no joke. I recently had a 24-year-old whose fingers were literally falling off. She has 4 fingers left. Exactly. And that's why we're in the pre-stage. I will not allow it get to the real one. My sister's husband, he has diabetes, and so he's been having the stick itself for the last 5-6 years. And I continue to tell, we don't want that to be your story. We're going to do the right things. We're going to get in the gym. We're going to change the diet. We're cutting out all, let you drink all these pop. Like, she's mad because she's been drinking mainly water all week since we found out. Just water, water, water. And that's why I've been sneaking and getting my pops. I ain't brought none to put in here. I've been sneaking and getting them later on, and drinking them behind her because I don't want to do it in her face because my mom guilt is killing me. My daughter says the pandemic changed her also when it comes to school and people, especially. Definitely with the school. Like, whew, like it changed. The pandemic changed a lot for our babies. If y'all don't know, like, that was a depressing time for my kid too. And we were going through a stint of not homelessness, but homelessness. Let me tell you about that. A year before, remember, I broke up with my cop. Me and my daughter. Hello, get video. Thank you. I can't say where you're from. It's best. Welcome. My name is Miss Open, and you're here at Opinionated News, where the U is for you, and you can always come in because we're open in mind and spirit and heart. Okay. Thank you. But we were going through a stand when I left my ex in the end. We broke up in 18, but I didn't move out his house to 19. So I moved into this apartment complex. And remember, he was taking care of me, paying my bills, doing all this stuff. So now I'm out here on my own. Got to pay $1,200 for rent again. So I was like West India, where I'm paying my rent, but I'm paying it late. I am not paying it on time, but they getting it. So that whole year, I paid my rent late 4 times that year. I got a note on my door that December, because my lease is going to be up in February, saying, hey, you've been late 4 times. We're not going to allow you to renew your lease here. So now I only got a couple of months to try to find somewhere else to move and do all this, and I couldn't find anywhere. So I was like, hey, it's okay. I'm going to put my stuff in storage, and me and my daughter are going to go stay in a hotel. And we did that on March 1st, 2020. Went in the hotel, and I'm a waitress, and I know how to make money. I'm doing good. Do y'all know March 15th, the whole world shut down because of the COVID? I couldn't even go to work. Restaurants was closed. I was going through. But luckily, my sister April in the chat, because I had some money, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to send my daughter to Georgia for a couple of weeks. I'm going to get rid of this hotel. I'm going to start doing gig work. I'm going to sleep in my car. Y'all stayed in my car in the hood of Detroit for like 6 days. Stacked up enough money by doing some gig work, DoorDashing. During that time, it was Postmate, DoorDashing, Instacart. And I stacked up a lot of money. I got on a flight to go get my baby back. Got us out of our situation in a couple of weeks. But at the end of the day, it changed a lot for us and her. So, that was some mom guilt. But right now, luckily, me and my daughter have open communication. We bump heads because she gets stubborn and she say that I talk too much for one. She think I don't hear her, but I do hear her. Even when I'm still talking, I hear my baby. I'm listening. But she shuts down easily. And so I'm trying to work on her having better communication skills. Because she if I'm going in and I'm, expressing myself, she don't want to hear it no more. She shuts down. And I don't want that for her. Hey, Queen. I be trying to say your name, Queen Alchemy. Until you tell me I'm saying it wrong, that's what I'm going to call you, Queen. But welcome, my Detroit sister. Thank you. Now, Copper said, I remember it was Friday, March 13th in New York City. I don't know what day it was, but I know it was March 15th. I couldn't go. I haven't worked a traditional job since, you all. Because the pandemic helped my life. It was like, okay, you don't have to be in a job being a slave anymore. You can show up for your daughter for everything now. You can get back in school. It changed my life. The pandemic changed me for the better, where I think it hindered my baby a little bit. First of all, she picked up a lot of weight during that time. In 1 year, my baby gained 6 inches in height and almost like 90 something pounds in weight in 1 year. She had her biggest growth spurt in 2020. And it was a lot. But thank you, Queen. Tonight we were talking. We've been on this live stream for 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 47 seconds. We were on my other live stream. I had some bad connection issues for about 45 to 55 minutes. So it got shut down. But we have been talking about being a title holder versus a side chick. And it done sort of transitioned off subject a little bit. But I did tell my experience about being a side chick before, willingly and unwillingly, unknowingly. I've talked about being a title holder, meaning a girlfriend. I've never been a wife. So we just been holding some good conversation here. Now, Copper said, that's what I did too. I just moved back here from Atlanta, hotel life. Oh, no, that's what Mel said. I'm sorry. But yeah, I had to move. But I only stayed in the hotel. We stayed in that hotel for about 4 months. Me and my cop, remember, we had broke up. But he knew I was in the hotel because me and him were still friends. So he called me. He was like, hey, you still in the hotel? I'm like, yeah. He was like, well, hey, I got an apartment for you. Because he had got an apartment for his 16-year-old son. Because his son was bad and he couldn't stay with him. And so he gave me that apartment. Of course, I had to pay him the $1,000 and something a month. But then from there, I stayed there for a few months, and I got my house that I'm in now. And I've been here almost 5 years, you all. Like, this is my fifth 4th of July, my fifth Christmas that I'm going to have here, my fifth everything. So, where, some things went left, went right. But that's one reason. That's why I'm part of this street sector, you all. Granted, I'm not technically doing street sector content like that, but that's what drew me into the street sector from Marcus interviews and all that, the homeless lifestyle. Like, granted, I've never been in the streets besides as a kid. In the 5 to 6 days that I stayed in my car in Detroit, but I had a car. I didn't have to sleep outside. I slept in my car. But I had to do crazy stuff in order to survive. I had to go out there and take hold downs in the Target bathroom early in the mornings or whatever. Later on that night, if I could drive to a truck stop, because I wasn't even hip, I wasn't smart enough about the gyms, but the gyms was closed then too. You know what I'm saying? It was the pandemic. 1 second, you all. I don't know if I can mute this. Can I mute this? I'm sorry, y'all. My daughter came out real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm just talking to her, trying to make sure she okay. She be waking up all times of the night. Y'all give me a second. Oh, y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. My baby just cussed me out. She just had an attitude with me. Had a whole attitude. First of all, she mad because I cat outside. Second of all, I was like, I prefer, I'm on the live stream that I don't hold these adult conversations that I'm having with these people with you. So, well, by then, she had an attitude. Well, I just woke up. Girl, we've been in this house together. You said 3 o'clock. Don't act like I don't love you and we don't have conversation. But she want to come sit up out here and talk trash to me. Let me see what y'all had said, though. Okay, I spoke to you. Okay. Let's see. Same here. I was able to take care of my health better. I had just received my pacemaker. I didn't know you had a pacemaker, Copper, a few months after. That's when I said, oh, not Copper. I don't know why I keep saying Copper for you males. Sorry. I don't know why I keep saying that. But my pacemaker a few months ago, that's when I said no more waitressing. And I was a waitress for 22 years. I started waitressing in 1999. I didn't, whatever year the math is, until 2015. I've never had a real traditional, I've never scanned no groceries at Walmart. I've never been a receptionist nowhere. I got a whole degree I've never used. But waitressing was best for me. I could basically set my own schedule. I can call in and switch shifts with people. I could make good money. As y'all can tell, I got a nice personality. So I was able to make good money and in a short time. I'll go to work for 3 hours and I'm walking out with $200. Like, hey, literally in 3 hours, because I would get them $50 tips. People be ready to give me that $100 that day. Yeah, but I was like, it was like 20 something years, and had the pandemic not came, Mel, I would have been waitressing 30 years by now. I would have still been in the waitress game because I was hooked. To me, I looked at it like my own little business. Like, I went in any waitressing job I did, I went in and I ran that shit. I want 8 tables. I don't care if they had a 4 table rule. I want 8 tables. I'm good like that. Like, I would take my stuff. I used to have the cooks on. Like, no, y'all not good. Don't send me no raggedy food. Like, I was that bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Moxie doll. Welcome. Thank you. Looks like you obviously subscribed. So I thank you. You are now a traffic jammer. I'm Miss Open. You're here at Opinionated News, where the you is definitely for you. And you can always come in as we're always open. And any new people that are in here, I do apologize. I am a cigarette smoker and a weed smoker, and from time to time, you may see some smoke blowing at you. You might see the cigarette at my mouth. It's not me being disrespectful. This is me being honest, open, and I'm working on it. Okay, I am working on it, but I just like to let everybody know. And we have been on this live stream, you all, for an hour, 10 minutes, and 20 seconds. We were on our other one, so we're not going to be here too much longer. We're going to be getting up out of here soon. But remember, if since now you all are traffic jammers, go to and hit. I have it scheduled already. It's scheduled live stream, but it's going to be on StreamYard, so it won't be vertical where I might not pop up in your algorithm if you don't go hit that notification bell. And make sure you hit the notification bell on the live, especially for tomorrow. It's a game night. We get the whole community gets to get, not my whole community. It's not a bunch. It'd be anywhere from 5 to 15 people. But being that I gained some new people this week, we may have more people tomorrow. But we listen to a little music. We wait for our copyright because we might get copyrighted doing the music. But we play a few games. We get to know each other. We have just a great time. My moderator Vibes Queen just dropped the link in the chat for you. I do thank you all, whatever, for just subscribing and coming in and let me draw your attention in. Like, my name is Miss Open for those that are gonna come in and out, and I'm really an open person, open book. Have nothing to hide. I am who I am, and those that are for me would definitely attract to me and stay and be a part of what I have going on here. Today the link's working. Thank you. I'm glad it's working for you, Queen. Uh-oh. I think she removed the link. Uh-oh. She probably dropped it back. Something happened. Had it Mel said, I don't know why I keep saying it's copper when it's males, y'all. Okay, Mel said, had it not been for my pacemaker and my back, I know I wouldn't be still doing it 100%. You would still be doing it 100%. And me too, like, and my health is good. But I can't go back today after not being there for 5 years. Well, doing waitressing for 5 years. And I remember being the younger server, looking at the 40-year-olds, like, why the fuck she still in here? You know what I'm saying? And I can't be that old server. First of all, I'm not about to be dealing with them 16, 22-year-olds not cleaning up, not cutting the lemons. Stuff like that used to make me mad when I was 22. I can imagine me as a 41-year-old waitress trying to waitress. I've been to hit somebody with a tray, y'all. I've been through some hot potatoes on somebody at this big old age. Been got fired. Been pulled out a belt on a few kids up in there. So yes, I'm definitely not doing waitressing anymore. Okay, you refresh your vibes. Let me see what else y'all said up in here. Okay, she said the link was working. I don't know. She's refreshing you all. She keep removing the link. Mels, if you want to go find my link for tomorrow, if you know how, you can drop that for me too. Now, Mel said I miss my money, honey, but I said the same thing, and they were trying to teach me how to make tea. Girl, like every job that I ever worked at, I went in and they tried to give me leadership, and I'm upset when I was 19 years old. Well, I don't even know if Ruby Tuesday's still open anymore. They're not up here, but Ruby Tuesday tried to put me in management. They wanted to put me in the MIT program. I ended up being like a shift leader. I had a key to the building and everything, but I was not willing and dedicated enough. I'm like, I'm not putting those 16 hours, because I used to watch the managers be in there all day. Granted, they were getting a good salary for it, but my mindset, I had that poverty ghetto mindset, and I wanted to go to clubs and party and be with my man and my friends. I wasn't willing to dedicate 16 hours of my day for a job, you know, and I was making decent money as a waitress. Like, if I go in my job for 16 hours that day, I'm walking out with $1,400. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, I was that type of waitress. If I'm being there all day, I'm going to be in here and I'm going to be kicking their ass. I'm leaving with good money, because I always worked at nice places. But, like, nah, Ruby Tuesday for real. If I was in that job from open to close, I was literally going to walk out with $400 or $500 that day. So there was no need for me to go be a manager where I might be in here for 16 hours and I get my salary and my check after a couple of weeks was only $2,000 or $3,000. You know what I'm saying? When I could have made that in 3 or 4 days, just working the same type of hours. But I'm upset that I did not take that opportunity, because, I never planned on being a mom. I never knew, what life was going to hold me over at, hand over to me at 25, 30, 35, now 40. So I missed my opportunity. So if there's any young kids out there, young girls that are in that waitress field, and people see you as a hard worker and wanting to move you up in that company, take advantage of it. Get those $60,000, $80,000 a year at your young age. Do what's right by yourself. You can always, put in a 2 weeks if it's not for you, but do, look into those opportunities, because I missed mine. Okay, thank you. Okay, Mel's put it back in there. I appreciate you all. Now it says, Mel, you can see where that link takes you, please. Okay. Thank you. Like, I don't know what's going on with my little, like, the other night it wasn't letting Queen and Platinum and a couple of other people. And, well, here's my other girls tonight. I ain't seen Warrior. I ain't seen Rock. I know Platinum was busy. Um, Kenyatta did stop in my first live, I believe. Or did she? Or I ain't seeing Kenyatta either. But it's okay. I'll see my new girls hopefully tomorrow. Well, my old girls. I got some new ones that came up in here. Hey, Coach. Welcome. Congratulations on your monetization. I left you a message. Not sure if you've seen it. And I said, I know we just met, but I can tell it is well deserved. It is well deserved on you being monetized. I have been watching some of your old videos. I might not comment all the time, but if you see that you got an extra watch hour or two, it's definitely been me. Like, I was late watching your Sunday testimony little video, but I went back and watched it yesterday. I'm catching up with Coach Mean Reen. Those in my chat that are not hip to Coach Mean Reen, go check her out. Great, positive energy. She goes lives. She makes videos and vlogs. Great things to offer. And I like being in her live. She didn't have a lunch live today. She said it was having fun at her job, but I really went looking for your lunch live today. Because I be out in the streets during that time, Miss Coach Mean Reen. And so I be looking forward to listening to something while I'm driving or doing some stuff. And your energy is just everything. And I love it. And I'm doing good. We have been here, like this live stream. I had to start over. My first live stream was like an hour, but I had some connection issues. And so now we've been on this one for an hour 17 minutes and 11 seconds. And we're going to be getting out of here soon. But our topic tonight was the title holder versus the side chick / sneaky link. Meaning, if you're a title holder, you're a wife, a husband, a girlfriend, a baby mother. And then you, of course, we know what side chicks and sneaky links are. So we were talking about that. And then we got off the rocker. It is raining something. It is pouring down raining out of nowhere. And I love the sound of the rain. So yeah, we probably about to get up out of here in a minute. Yeah, it was getting juicy. And I actually, when I hold my discussions, I offer a little my open testimony because I am open. And so if you go back and watch a little bit of the replay, you'll hear about my situation with my baby's father. How when I was younger, I did willingly sign up to be a side chick before. I didn't know any better. Didn't love myself enough to know that I was worthy. So we had some great things going on. And yes, Coach, every week, Vibes Queen does her spotlights and her top people that come and either check out her comment or check out her lives or videos or shorts. And somehow you popped up on her top people this week. And she's very appreciative of that. And I was shouting you out in her chat today. I was like, oh, Coach. And I was putting purple hearts for you. Like, one thing about me, y'all know I love good, fun, positive people, positive energy. And so you've been popping up over there at the castle. But y'all remember, tomorrow I'm going to be on StreamYard doing my full own production for game night. We won't have prices right. We're going to play Jeopardy. It's going to be a little nasty Jeopardy, y'all. So, but it's going to be clean but nasty, okay? Thank you. You're subscribed to Vibes Queen Moxie Doll. Well, make sure you go subscribe to Vibes Queen TV. Because on Saturdays, she also hosts game nights where we have fun, listen to music, and do certain things over there. And she's been dropping some great shorts over there and getting you in the mood for the beach. So, and one thing about my channel, Miss Open, I love to, even though I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I love to support my other people. Send people wherever they got to go. I like to help get my people out there. But yeah, if you go see Coach Ring, just go over there on her community tab. Every Sunday, it normally happens on Sunday, but at least once a week. She definitely posts her top commenters, her top viewers. It's like 5 different categories, but your picture was on there this week. And so, yeah. But, oh, you say I was listening like, girl. But let me make sure I ain't missed nothing. But yes, y'all make sure tomorrow y'all come up to Opinionated News Station. I mean, I keep saying I'm gonna change this to the station, and the other one's just gonna be Opinionated News. But y'all come over here, and we're gonna have some good time tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure I have a better production. Like last week, Price is Right took me so much work that I barely had songs. But Price is Right, y'all. We're gonna when we play Price is Right, we can't use the Price is Right song. So I made my own little beat for it. So it's gonna be a little different little beat. But we're not gonna be able to use the Price is Right song because the first time I didn't get a copyright for it or anything. The second time they wanted me to chop out my first 2 hours, hour and a half of my live for that Price is Right music. So I know now not to do that because I am close to, because y'all continue to become new traffic jammers here. I'm getting real close to monetization. So I got to clean my stuff up. I got to make sure because I have my watch hours. So I'm getting real close to monetization. So I got to keep it clean and keep it cute. And hold on, y'all. Y'all know Ghetto Kitty. It's pouring down raining. He out here crying. One moment. I apologize. Hush, Ghetto Kitty. I'm coming. Come on. You got caught in the ghetto rain. Ah, don't come with the crying. Come on. Oh, it's lightning too. I'm gonna leave the door open for a little while. It's beautiful. Oh, Ghetto Kitty crying. Oh, it's gonna be okay. Y'all, I got my little kitty cat. He back. Ghetto Kitty is back. Y'all know he like to roam the streets. And he didn't get wet. He was just sitting out there on the porch. You okay, Ghetto Kitty? Now let me see what people said in here. Let's see. You are Jamaican. Oh, I like the vibes, Queen. Yes, yes, that's my girl. Like that's my real life girl. I be talking to her. Me and her got a good rapport. That's my girl. Okay. Yes. Now, Coach Mean Reed said, my parents are Jamaican. I just came back from there. I was wondering, I figured you were Jamaican. You said something one day in your life. I was like, is she Jamaican? Or whatever. I knew you said you were from New York, or you lived in New York once upon a time. I was wondering if you were Jamaican. Oh, wow. Okay. Coach Mean said, yes, girl. You said you cook real food for your kids. I was like, my kind of. Oh, and she do. And she does. Real food. And I do too. Because I'm a country girl. I'm from the South. Like my baby, we was just talking about that earlier in my life. My baby don't like processed food. You know, we cooks the real deal. Like when she went live earlier around 6 today, I was cooking then. I didn't cook nothing major. I just made actually, I've been having to switch up how I'm cooking with my baby situation. Yeah, I thought I caught an accent too. I did too. I was like, she said something one day where I'm like, she Jamaican, but I ain't want to ask and be like, girl, you Jamaican, and then be looking crazy. Girl, yes, I'm country. I be cooking some macaroni cheese, collard greens, fried chicken, some lima beans and rice, and girl, yes, and I can't wait to get down to Georgia to go to Contagious Garden's garden, Miss Melanie's garden, her and Bobby, and bring me back some cabbage. When I'm telling Mels, when I do come to Georgia, I'm supposed to get down there sometime in the next couple of months. I'm pulling up in Macon because I take that drive from Atlanta down 16 to get to the bottom part to Statesboro, Georgia. So my cutoff mark, the halfway mark is sort of Macon. I'm pulling up and I'm stopping and I'm gonna chill with you and Bobby, and I'm gonna leave with me some. You're gonna have some money and I'm gonna leave with some vegetables. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Yeah, you got an accent. I know I got an old country one. If anybody talk about me, if you talk about me, Queen Alchemy, my accent is all country. Even though I live in the Midwest, I am a country bumpkin. I've only been in the Midwest 10 years, so I spent 30 of my years up in there. But welcome, Drea. I forgot to say your name too. And I did see you vibe say Kenyatta did stop by. But I was like, I don't know where my other girls at tonight. But we done gained some new traffic jammers, Drea. Meet Coach Mean Reen. I think he was in here with Queen Alchemy the other night. But Moxie Doll. We actually had another gentleman in my last live stream. I think his name was Robert, if I'm not mistaken. We gained some new traffic jammers tonight. So hopefully tomorrow, game night be a little more packed and fun. But we're going to play Jeopardy, explicit Jeopardy. It's still going to be a production. We still going to do how we do. And later on, we're going to try to play Name the Artist, Name the Featured Artist. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do Simon or am I going to do Finish the Lyrics, but I think I'm going to do Simon. Just in case Cousin Vanessa come back, because she did offer that game to me. And Ghetto Kitty is crying, y'all. He okay. He just, Drill, Ghetto Kitty okay. He just came back in from outside. It's raining out there. And so don't be up here talking about why Ghetto Kitty crying again tonight. And, there's your kitten, Noodles. He's back. There's Ghetto Kitty. Moxie Doll says, I'm in Florida. I didn't know we're in the same time zone. Yeah, we're all in. I think most people in my live, I'm not sure about Drea, but everybody else, I think we're pretty much all East Side time zoners. You know, Vibes Queen is Florida. I'm Detroit. Even though, like, this part, like, if you go to Chicago is only a few hours away, but it's a different time zone. But yes, I'm on the East Coast. I seen Queen Alchemy. I couldn't join your live today because you were getting ready. You were live when I was getting ready, prepared for my live. But I seen that you were there. I am going to go back and catch your replay when I get time tomorrow. And so yeah, if you're on our time zone too, Drea, it's 12:17 here. And so you're in North Carolina, Queen Alchemy. All right. So I think most of my people are definitely all East Coast time zone. Like, it's a few people that come in, like Golden Signature. She was here last night. She's in California, so she's like 3 hours away. But and my friend Zanae that comes in, she should be here tomorrow night, you all. She's been working hard. She works the night shift, so she's been working hard. So hopefully she'll be able to join us tomorrow and everything. But being that it is 12:18, and we have been on this particular live stream for 86 minutes. And so what is that, an hour and 26 minutes and 47 seconds? And we also put in an hour on the other live stream. Oh, and it's a fight going on in my house. Ghetto Kitty versus Noodles. I would show it to y'all, but we ain't gonna. Oh, stop, Ghetto Kitty. Y'all, I would show y'all the fight. But I ain't gonna put, my baby ain't fully dressed proper like, so I ain't gonna put on camera like that. But Ghetto Kitty is tearing her up, y'all. It's a fight going on. And I don't know why she ain't, like, she comes home, falls asleep, gets up, and then falls back asleep. And then she be up all times of the night, knowing we have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So y'all pray for us. Your Queen Alchemy is a mess. My kitten is, I got one daughter, she's 15, and I have a cat, he's about 10 months. And he don't treat me like that. Stop, Ali. Y'all, I gotta break the fight up. Hold on. I might have to break up the fight. Because he don't do it, Ali. Stop it. Oh, she's slanging him across the floor. Hold on, y'all, 1 second.
I'm not playing with you.
You on punishment. Now you gotta apologize to the chat that you is out here interrupting stuff. Y'all, Ghetto Kitty is being ghetto. He is jumping on my baby.
Did you put them on mute?
No, I did not put them on mute. I'm telling them about Ghetto Kitty, and don't be trying to get back to her. Why are you doing that? You trying to fight me too? Y'all, he bit my finger. Ghetto Kitty is biting me. Girl, a live fight between Noodles and Ghetto Kitty. Girl, it is gang. You know he is gangster. He is gangster. The coach said I'll be live tomorrow at lunch. I would definitely be there. I was looking for you today, and then you had made the community post saying, hey, you was doing some fun stuff at work, and it wasn't going to be a live. So I was sad about it. Like, I love your personality, so I've been looking for your lives. I don't have much going on in the daytime. My sector don't really have too many people that I prefer to listen to in the daytime. Most of our people are like night people. So I'm glad I ran into you in your sector.
Move.
Y'all, I might have to put him on the chain.
He doesn't have a leash. His collar. Where's this collar?
He done snatched his collar off. I don't know where Ghetto Kitty. Y'all. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, let me see. Oh, you catching the Diddy trial. Ooh, I don't want to be up in that. I just been seeing whatever I see. I can't watch all the stuff I've been hearing about I can't do the Diddy trial. Now, let me see. Drea said I'm missing some stuff. Hold on. Okay, she said she'll be live. Yes, the fight. Drea said, pray for me. I have my daughter and 2 grandkids all weekend. 8, 7. Whoop. Prayers. Now, I would love the 6-year-old. 7 and 8, they start talking too much and doing the most. Girl, I'ma pray, and girls, and ooh, but just do some fun things. You know, girls just want to have fun. Get you some little fingernail polish. Get you some, some little things. They just want to have fun. Some popcorn and movies. You'll be okay. Because I used to always have my baby and Zanae baby, and from time to time we'll get another friend. They'll do stuff, and I would have them for the weekend. Okay. Queen had a great live early. Yeah, I got to go back and watch the replay because, like I said, I was preparing myself to come live, but I did see that she was live, so I was like, okay, Queen. Which I seen your garden. So Contagious. Maybe you might want to go check out Queen Alchemy. She does gardening too, and it's real nice. I seen her garden. Let me see. Ace always tries to steal the show too. Girl, I don't know why Ali. First of all, my baby be doing it too on purpose. But he ain't handsome, Lisa. No, he is. I love him. He is handsome. Thank y'all for saying my baby. But he bad. Bad.
No.
And she can't even contain him. Right now, he's in the zoomy phase. His eyes are red. Don't do her like that. Don't bite her.
I'm trying to make sure he doesn't go in the basement.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. Yeah, I'm having to put down a fight in the middle of the night. Let's see. That kitty is cute. Ghetto kitty. Yes. Either we call him gangster kitty or ghetto kitty. Either or. His real name is Ali, which is like Muhammad Ali. He be in here fighting. And so we call him either ghetto kitty or gangster kitty. But girl, thank you for saying that. I just be running. Girl, that's what I be doing. Coach Mean Ring. I just be running my mouth. But guess what? Like I'm open and I'm genuine, and and I feel that energy from you. So I've been enjoying your little lunch lives, girl. I do. Be right there tuned in. I'm normally driving, but I be right there tuned in, listening. That's why I might have a typo or two in your chat, because I be trying, like, well, I got to say something. I be trying to type in there, but I'm driving illegally. Okay. Let me see. Coach Mean Rain is going to subscribe and check. Yes, go check her out. She just got monetized yesterday, and she's doing big things over there. And she just got to the first part of monetization. So, y'all, let's help her get to the real deal, because she has the subscribers. We just got to help her get a few more watch hours so she can get to the real full deal, good monetization. Now, let's see. Contagious says, I've been having my 3-year-old grandson some days, and woo child. Woo! I love 3-year-olds though. Now that's when you can get all the information, find out what his mama and daddy done, girl. I love the 3-year-olds. Like, what happened at your house yesterday? My mama and daddy was fussing. They go to telling all the business. Yes. Moxie, are you a content creator? Thanks, Coach. Okay, let's find out if she is. I would like to be. I will be soon. I'm shy. Moxie, when I say and not even just Moxie, anybody that is thinking about it, scared to do it, become one. I spent all last summer being a subscriber, being messy in people's stuff, where I could have been using that time, even though, like, I'm not really shy, as y'all can tell. But, you'll tap in. You don't have to start out like Vibes Queen. Vibes Queen doesn't even go live and show herself. And she's been a content creator for 5 years, monetized, get money and everything. She's a behind the scenes content creator. You can just make videos, without even showing yourself. You can come live and use your avatars. Don't be scared, but it's money out here for everybody. We got to get out here and just stop being a subscriber, and we can be content creators that support other content creators. We all can be content creators. It's enough room for everybody. Find your niche and run with it. Now, let's see. Mel, your peanuts look delicious. Girl, I can't wait to go to the garden. I'm definitely pulling up on Mel's. And y'all might end up standing out. Y'all like, Miss Open ain't left that lady house yet. I'm going to be all up in Macon, Georgia, chilling. Thanks, Drill. People here love them. And my baby love boiled peanuts. She do. Be safe driving. I be being safe. I'll be trying not to type too tough. But every now and again, when my people on... Like, sometimes I'll be driving and Vibes Queen will be live, but I'll let her know, girl, I'm driving. But if it's something that come up that I'm interested in, I'll sneak at that red light and type real quick. Okay, Coach, I'm subscribed with the bell. Yes, y'all ring them bells. You can ring my bell. And I can't sing, but ring the bell. Okay, thank you. Yep, she posts daily. Like, she is consistent. When she tell y'all she consistent, she is. I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm consistent with coming on my lives. when I was when I was in October last year when I started my channel, y'all know I had to take a break from December to basically February, but I was very consistent. I was dropping videos 2, 3 times a day. I was going live at least twice a week. Now, well, no, at least once a week. No, twice. I was doing Saturdays and Sundays. But now that I've came back, I've been consistent going live. I have not made any, but about 3 shorts. I probably put out 2 videos. I have not been being consistent, and that's because I did change my niche and the way I was trying to run my channel. And if Ghetto Kitty don't stop, they still over here fighting. It's time for you to go in the room and go to bed. And he about to go on the chain.
He bit me. I'm sorry.
I
Why
understand.
is that thing he's going to chain?
Yeah,
He ripped it off.
pray for me. Pray for me. But I have to be better with being more consistent with dropping videos and shorts if I want to get, because like I told you, I got the watch hours, and that's why I've been doing more vertical live so I can gain more community. And tonight I've done well. I believe I've gained about 7 or 8, if not 10, new subscribers tonight. And shout out to Vibes Queen for telling me when I come on vertical live to actually put myself on subscriber mode for people to type, so therefore I can gain my subscriptions, so therefore, I can get more engagement. And I appreciate you, and I listen. One thing about me, I listen when y'all drop gems. I listen and I take heed. Oh, yep, and then she go live at lunch. She sure do. She's very consistent. We're gonna work on Moxie. Yeah, we're gonna work to help. Not even just her. Everybody, if y'all want to be content creators, be it. Don't let them tell you can't. We spend most of our time watching other content creators, and in my sector, I come from a messy sector where they just talking about each other. They not even making real content for real. You know what I'm saying? It's a few people that's making real content. But everybody else just getting out there talking about people. They not putting videos out. They ain't doing nothing. I spent my time typing in them people chats, being a cyber bully accidentally, not knowing that I was being a cyber bully and all this stuff when I could have been using that time on myself, because I am creative. I do have content. I have a story to tell. Get out here and do your stuff. Let me see what y'all said. We love Vibes' voice. Yeah, her voice and her personality. Vibes my girl. Like, Vibes don't even know she funny. Like, Vibes will have you rolling. Like, my stomach be hurting. She don't even know how funny she is. Hold on, let me see. It says, Moxie says, I've been with Vibes Queen for years. Yes, it's room at the table for everyone. Okay, Moxie. So you came from the castle to the news station. I appreciate you. And we're going to get back on my next week, y'all. I'm going to get back on my regular program of bringing my news. I got so much news for Monday for Open Discussion Detroit. It's ridiculous. And so I'm going to have to break it down, but I'm coming back with my production on Monday for sure. And Tuesday I might come back vertical, but my Mondays definitely and my Fridays definitely have to be on production. But let's see. Yes, Coach, we support here. You here? Join us, Moxie. Yes, join in. Yes, you be locked in. Make sure you lock in with me, lock in with Coach, lock in with Vibes Queen, and eventually you're gonna get there. Thank you. You said you love my person, girl, and it's just as real and open as I can. I don't have a fake bone in my body. I don't know how to be fake. But the cat about to get it. He doing flips, y'all. The Dread said, I would so love to chill on Mel's porch, drink a beer, smoke a spliff, have a little fire, eat some peanuts, and most important, laugh and have fun. And I'm going to do it, Dread. I am not playing. Like, I know my baby has so much going on this summer with her being in band, marching band, and all this stuff. She got to go to band camp and all of this. But I got to find some time to get to Georgia. I haven't been since June last year. So it's almost a year now. So I got to find time to go see my family. And I know Mel's gonna invite me to sit right on that porch and do exactly what Drill just said, and I want to be there. And I want to buy some cabbages, and I want to buy let me see, it's something else that she made, because I'm not a big vegetable lover, but I definitely, cabbage is my favorite thing. I don't need the peas and beans. I'm not big on those. But tomatoes, I want to see the sunflower when it finally sprout. But I want the cabbages and some peppers. She was doing peppers yesterday. I like spicy stuff. I like peppers. Even if it's just bell peppers or a red hot chili pepper, I like a pepper. Now let's see. Coach Miriam, I'm uploading and scheduling right now. Yes, be consistent. Yep, let's get this bag. We're going to get to it. Like, I'm right behind you, Coach. And give me about 2 weeks. You're going to be seeing Miss Open saying she is a membership YouTube partner. And then from there, I'm going to grow because I'm going to get my people. I'm out here working hard. I'm definitely working hard, coming out here doing these vertical lives, trying to relate to people. And if y'all didn't watch my live last night, y'all missed a good time. We ain't have no rhyme or reason, no real purpose for a live yesterday. So I came out here with this raggedy wig on for people to laugh and joke and joan on me. And we had a funeral for that wig, honey. We had a good time. And one thing about me, I'm not shy, shame, or nothing. When I say that wig will toe up from the flow up, RIP to that wig. Y'all missed a good time if you were not here. I do not vlog, and the reason I had not been vlogging, Coach Mean Reen, is due to I was trying to be consistent with news, trying to stay in my niche. But being that I want to vlog, like I had been doing, the most vlogging I did was telling some testimonies. Like I would make a video about my testimony, do my voiceover, and then, but I'm going to start doing more vlogs. I am. My friend had even told me, hey, you should vlog more. So I'm very interested. Now, Mel says, Drill, yes, that's what we do. We are going to start grilling on the porch with y'all. Yes. Because, I got my little porch with my grill and my stuff. And it's just me and my baby. But to be with some grown company, good conversation, just laughing. And I'm bringing Ghetto Kitty so Ace can eat him up. But, I'm going to get back to trying to vlog and do some stuff like that. Like, I just got back out here 2 months ago. But I've been working my butt off. I've been being consistent on my live streams for sure. Made a couple of videos, like I said, a couple of shorts. But I've been being consistent. So, I came back with my new open discussion, little niche thing. It's been working so far. And I'm going to continue to grow. But my first time trying to be a content creator, I did it from October and November. A little of December. Had to disappear. Because life got to life. And so I was out the end of December, January, February. And I came back the end of February going into March. So I've been back March, April, and half of May. So about 2.5 months I've been back. And I've been grinding to get my monetization. Now, Vibes say, I got you. And thank you, Vibes. I appreciate you. Both my moderators in here tonight, Vibes Queen and Melanie. I thank you. And Moxie Doll said, if you're talking to me, I spend most of my days on YouTube. Well, I'm talking to you then. If you're spending most of your day on YouTube, invest that part in yourself, Moxie. If you're spending most of your day on YouTube and other people's lives and chats and watching their videos, you can do it too. You can get your own bag and have extra income for yourself, your family, whatever you have going on, you can do it too. Drill, your Vibes, the smart looking Vibes is the shit. Y'all, that's my girl. Vibes more than the smart little cookie. Now, Coach Marine say, focus on your content, period. That's it. Like, I had to realize, like, the only person in my sector that I do go, even though we got like 20-something content creators, the only person in my sector I do spend some time in is Vibes Queen, Contagious, and Marcus, which he was only live for a minute, but I'm a moderator over there. I'm a moderator at all 3 places where I spend my time. I'm a moderator. Vibes Queen, Contagious, and with Melanie and Bobby, and then at Atlanta Street Interviews, I'm a moderator, and so I'm definitely gonna support them. But I'm also, while supporting them, I'm standing up for myself. Me and Vibes Queen have both had this conversation where our times might conflict sometimes. She might have to go live at the same time I go live. No love lost. She got to do what she got to do. I got to do what I got to do. We'll watch each other replay. We're going to still support each other. But we got to do what we got to do. And that's why I also been trying to grow my own community. Because most of my subscribers did come from the street sector. But I don't do street sector content anymore. So I've been trying to grow my community on the content that I'm doing today. And so, but it is what it is. I appreciate you all. Let me catch up with this chat. And I'm going to be getting up out of here, y'all. Y'all know I get up early. Okay, now Mel says, I was thinking the same way, and I had Contagious on Facebook, so I said, why not here? Exactly. Do it. Now, Coach say, we ignored the drama, child. Girl, I bet, like, one thing about me, I'll start some stuff, but I'll hold myself accountable, but I don't really do drama, definitely on my channel. Now, when on Vibes Queen got a clean channel, and she got a drama channel. When we have to do drama at Vibes Queen channel, I am aware that it could trickle over here and cause me some problems, but I'm open about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm open, and I let people know I don't fight online. I hold myself accountable. Yeah, I said it, I did it. You can fight me, but I'm not fighting you back. I ain't doing the drama. Now, Coach Mary said we got money to make and people to connect with. Exactly. When she laughs during a live, I died. Vibes is funny. Vibes is funny. I was asking Miss Open, do you vlog? No, I don't. But I'm going to get to it because there's no reason I shouldn't be. I be outside all day. I have my phone. You know, me and my daughter are hilarious. First of all, I want to vlog with her, which I was supposed to do that years ago. Like I want to open my horizons some more. I'm going to broaden them and do more. Yeah, her laugh is very cute. Let me see. Queen Alchemy said, I used to as well, Moxie, and I've been on here 6 months as a content creator. I love it. Tap in, sis. I see. Okay, are you, Queen Alchemy, are you monetized? I didn't pay attention, yet, but are you monetized? You been back 6 months? Or you been doing it 6 months, shall I say? Let me see. Hello, I'm open also. Never met a stranger. Now, I've met some strangers. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say I ain't never met one. I met strangers because I'm a Virgo and I be observant and I have a little attitude sometimes, But so I'd have met a stranger or two. But I'm very open and I'm very honest and I'm very cool actually. I just be having my guard up with certain things because I come from the streets. I come from a hard lifestyle. I do have to protect myself and my heart and because I have a big heart and it's open and everything. So I have to protect myself from those things. But let's see. Coach said, once you start, you'll find your groove. You sure will. Okay, now y'all just agreeing. Did you sign up for AdSense? Is that for me? I did go ahead and press the button that they'll review me once I guess I get the hours and the subscribers that I need, which I have the hours. I just have to go unprivate a few of those. I'm waiting until I get my 500 subscribers to unprivate. Well, and I'm not waiting for 500. I want to make sure I got 500 and at least 10 subscribers before I unprivate those other watch hours I have on hold. And once that, I should hopefully be monetized unless they find some reason that I shouldn't. Ghetto Kitty, you not going back outside. You done beat my baby up. You acting up tonight. Get it together. Now tonight I'm sitting up so I'm awake. Thank you, Vibes. I know you fell asleep last night. We was having fun, girl. Okay, I'm talking Bobby. Mel says, okay, we got the peppers, but the cabbages are fall. I didn't know that. But I'll get the peppers and I'll find something else out there. Y'all got a lot of stuff out there. Can someone drop Coach link? Okay, I see y'all did. Okay, did I sign up for AdSense? Oh, you. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Vibes. No problem. Queen, okay, yeah. I didn't sign all the way. Whatever that thing is that says when you go in your studio, I click that button right up under the three, tells you how many hours you got, how many subscribers, and how many short views you got. I clicked that button last year sometime. And of course, it's still grayed out because I have the watch hours, but I don't have the subscribers. But I know this week alone, I have at least gained about 15 to 20 subscribers by coming vertically live. That's where I was slipping at, Coach. I had been doing StreamYards, and I wasn't circulating in the algorithm. Now that I'm doing vertical, they're pushing me out more, getting more views. But I noticed when I go back and watch for watch time hours and check my analytics, my watch time hours are actually higher on StreamYard. I might have to shut that door. I done let a little bug in here. But my watch time hours are actually higher when on my StreamYard productions than they are on my vertical live streams. So I got to play that out. And I got to go check and see what my videos used to do. And I know my videos when I was doing my street sector stuff, I was getting like 24, 25 watch hours each video. They were out there. I was out there, y'all. Okay, she needs the subs. That's it. I just need the subs. I got the hours. Yep. Thank you, Lisa, for being here. And I see all y'all. Okay, Grid say I misbehaved too much to be a moderator. Only platinum crazy enough to have me. Girl, I already told you. Like, somebody came in asking to be a moderator. I had to let them know I couldn't let them be. But one thing about me, I'm trying not to have so much street sector stuff connected to my channel. I don't want the messy stuff like that. Vibes. Actually, I didn't want a content creator to be my a real content creator that's already monetized all that. But yeah, Vibes my girl. I ain't have no choice. I had to. And then Mel's, I just got this personal connection with her. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But we feel it. I know she feel it too. Me and Mel's got this little connection. We don't know, but I just had to do it. There's no hard feelings, Drea. When I crank up opinionated news station, I might throw you a mod stick over there because that is gonna be my little messy channel. But right now, I got to focus on getting monetization here, making this channel grow. I put in so much work on this channel, definitely last year, that I gotta keep pushing. Now, Vibes had me clutching my pearl. Coach Mean Ring, you were clutching, girl. We had you came in on the day we was having a funeral. She had no choice but to dead that lady out because the lady had been messing with my friend, starting to telling lies, and Vibes had no choice but to come out and defend herself. Vibes don't start no shit, but she will finish it. That Jamaican come out and she gets to telling them how she really feel. She is over with. Now, Mel says, Drill shaking my head. I don't think that's the case. We love you. Yeah, it's not the case. I got you in my next live. I know you won't get any weirdos in. But at the end of the day, like it ain't personal with me, Drea. I just know what I'm trying to do with my channel, and I gotta stay focused. I gotta stay focused. And thank you all for speaking to Lisa. Moxie says she a Cancer. I am a big Virgo. Big ups to the Virgos. My sister's a Virgo, so I feel yes, girl. We big Virgo. Oh, you got monetized, Queen. Congratulations. Yay, get your money. Get your money. Okay, let's see. I got you. I'm proud of day one. Yes, all of my day one traffic jammers. I'll never forget y'all, for real. I am never forget y'all. And Vibe Queen is definitely a day one. And if you all knew the history on how I started, some people don't know how me and Vibe started and where we are today. I love it, because I was the one in the wrong. Vibes Queen accepted my apology. We went on from there. Okay, Drea, I need you as a moderator. You don't play. Oh, Drea don't play at all now. She shut him at the door. But Queen, I can say yes, sis. We did. I got super chats tonight. So live, so excited. Oh, yay! Yay! Like them super chats be everything. For other people. I don't know what it feels like yet. I'm just a volunteer for now. I'm just a volunteer on YouTube for now, but eventually I'm gonna have me some little cash apps and some little super stickers coming. Okay, do you have a niche to get you to the first win? Yeah, my niche was my news thing, but I switched up. My niche right now is just holding open discussions with the community about relatable topics that that feeds into everyone. Like tonight, the topic happened to be title holder versus side chick, meaning we've always been on one of the spectrums either way. All right, let's see. Okay, I got to catch up. Y'all have to get ready to get out of here. Welcome. I can't say your name. Let me look at it. Arslan sir. Welcome. And in order for you to be able to chat tonight, you had to subscribe. So I thank you for your subscription. My name is Miss Open. You can come in as we're always open, and you're here at Opinionated News, where the you is definitely for you. Vibe said, Drill, don't worry, hun. I've always go with people that's been around as I grow. Okay, Coach said you apply for AdSense through Google. Just Google AdSense and follow the prompts to sign up. It makes it easier once you are approved from. Okay, let me write that information down real quick. Let me write that down. Let me get me a new piece of paper. You said I signed up through Google AdSense. Okay, I didn't know nothing about that. Thank you. I thought just because I hit that little thing at the end that I was gonna be okay. Google AdSense, and it's like is it .com or something like that? See, that's what I be talking about, Coach Mira. You be having the gems, and you don't mind sharing them, and I thank you. Okay, Queen, you a Cancer too? Moxie say no problem, boo. Okay, me and Vibes used to call each other bees before, girl. I ain't never get into it. Vibes didn't even know I existed. And because I wasn't never really talking about Vibes like that, to be honest. I had got caught up. I was talking about that fool. And then I got caught up when everybody was calling her that name and being petty. And I was just, being petty too. But when I started my live, when I started doing my news, and of course I was tagging everybody because I was talking about them. Let me tag that. Well, not talk. I was saying what they did. So I was like, let me tag everybody. She was watching. She started sharing me out. She was excited about the news. She couldn't wait. She was checking. I seen her one day. She went live. She's like, I ain't seen the news yet, y'all. Y'all seen the news? And I happened to be in her live. I'm like, girl, it's been loading for some hours. Then I did a block party or something. I did something that night, but she came over to the live, and I was like, hey, girl, I was doing some crazy stuff over there, and I apologize. I ain't mean no harm. And she accepted that, and we've been locked in. That's my girl. That's my girl. We've been locked in since, and it's been at least 7, 8 months. We've been out here. Now, drill girl, I was going through same things. Just Google AdSense, and it pops up. Okay, thank you. And create an account. Let me go ahead and write that, girl. Miss Open, my short-term memory loss be a mess. Create an account, and I don't want to miss nothing up. So, get my notes. Oh, you July 5th? Oh, you born right after, yeah, you turning a good age this year. You gonna have fun. Congratulations to all my little. Now I ain't gonna say little. That's a hater word. Congratulations to the people that were monetized, that have worked their behinds off to get where they got to go. I love that for y'all. Miss Open is on her way. But I thank everybody for being here tonight. We're gonna be getting up out of here off of this live stream after 115 minutes and 57 seconds. So that's slightly under 2 hours of time. I'm going to attempt to just play my little song that I wrote, that I normally put on my StreamYard production, that I tried to attempt to play a couple of times earlier, but I'm not sure if it's going to let me. And we're going to try. I'm on my computer and right on time because my phone just actually hit 20% of charge. That means it's going to have to get charged and everything, but I'm going to be getting out of here. Now, let's see what Mel says. Okay, Coach Mean Marine said first. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Some more people said something. Drew said, I absolutely adore and appreciate Vibe so much. Yes, I do. That's my girl. And I told her she needs to start doing some classes out here that I'll pay for, because she know a lot about StreamYard, YouTube, everything. She know a lot. And she be giving me free gems. And I don't mind paying for some gems, definitely. But let's see. Yes, girl, be ready so you don't have to get... Yes, and that's my thing. I try to be ready so I don't have to get ready. I normally do. But I'm glad you gave me that extra information. I will be doing so tomorrow. I'm going to be doing it tonight. I got to get my couple of hours of sleep. Got to get my little rest. And then, I'll see how I go from there. Let me see. I'm trying to see if my internet acting crazy still. And that's probably because the rain was coming. Now, Mel says, I'm guilty of listening to the mess back then. I hated the situation, so I didn't say anything. I'm definitely guilty of listening to it. And Vibes and I apologize. Yes, that's the whole thing. Accountability is everything. Everybody that's in with Vibes now, we definitely held ourselves accountable. She accepted it. And that's big of her. And no love lost. I know how Vibes feel. Like, Vibes ain't starting none of that. You're about to be monetized. I am. I just need them subscribers. And I gained good. This week I started out with 340 something subscribers. Before this live started, I was up at 372. I know I gained at least 10 today. I should hopefully be around 400 subscribers tonight. So next week, I'm grinding hard to get that last 100. That last 110. I want to make sure I got some people that ain't going to back up off my stuff. But I'm trying to see if my little song going to play. If it don't, we just going to get out of here. But if it does play, it's only 3 minutes. Y'all just not going to be able to see my video that I worked so hard for. Unless I turn my little camera around. But I'm not going to do that. But let me see if it'll play without any interruptions. It don't look like it. Oh, that's the wrong song anyway. But let's see if it's going to play. It ain't going to play, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my internet tonight. So I'm just going to get out of here. And I thank everybody. I thank each and every one of you. Okay, Drill just act like that stuff never happened. We all passed that. I don't even think it's... Yeah, we all passed that. We all are past that. I love the sisterhood. I'm here to stay. Good. Thank you. Be sure to stop at every channel you see here tonight. Contagious Gardening. That's my sister. Vibes Queen. That's my sister. Coach Mean Marine has become my new YouTube sister. Also, stop by... who I missed? Oh, Queen. Queen Alchemy. If you don't know who she is, she's gonna be my new sister. She's from Detroit. She doesn't live here anymore, but I've been trying to tap in with her. I've been seeing some stuff. Hadn't really commented like I'm supposed to, but I've been watching. I'm watching you girls. I am. So, you all have a great night. I'm gonna get out of here. Tomorrow I will see you all. Hopefully I schedule for 10. If I have to push it back, I'm gonna let y'all know. But I'm gonna work hard to make sure I can be on time tomorrow. Y'all know I got a lot going on. Mother, gotta do my stuff and make the content. But I'm gonna try to show up. Girl, we're gonna pray. Gangsta Kitty is calm right now. He probably done snuck back in them people's basement. We don't know. But I'll tell him to behave. You all have a wonderful morning because it's no longer night. You have a wonderful morning, a productive day tomorrow, and I will see you all tomorrow. Copper, thank you for still being here tuned in. Good night. I love y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to end it. Y'all know I'm not good with vertical, but good night, y'all. Love you.